People, what in the world is happening to the Buffalo Bills? I don't know. We just took Lowry, offensive tackle. I'm not sure what's happening here. Anybody can tell me. We're in the car. We got washed out today. I got the boys with me. Just made a Dick's run for baseball season. So I need to know what in the hell is going on. You guys are behind your computers, in front of your monitors and or phones. Tell me what's going on. Is there any news? We traded back, it looks like. We traded back from 101 to 102, and we got a 2027 seventh rounder, I think. Square Table Mike says, Sports Mike, says, laugh out loud, and the two big D tackles went in the next two picks after. He sounds like a good player, but who knows what the plan is. Mike, that's the point. What is the plan? So tell me, who are the two big guys that went? Xavier Harris, maybe, or Zavarian Harris, and what other D tackle went, Mike? I don't know. I'm in the car. We're on our way home. We'll know. We'll probably be sitting down in a little while when we get home. But who else went? Talk to me. Somebody give me some updates. I got to be honest with you. My mind right now is telling me a couple of things. I'm just going to tell you where my head is. It almost seems to me as if Brandon Beane, we don't have enough money. So we knew almost going into the draft that Shaq Thompson was going to be re-signed, possibly Matt Milano. We don't know about Trey White, of course. And is this most recent pick because we knew, or because we don't necessarily want to restructure or extend Deion Dawkins? Is that why Deion Dawkins has not been restructured yet? That's what popped into my head with an O tackle at 102. Square Table, oh my effing God, my draft crush, Brennan Thompson from Mississippi State just went. Yeah, of course he did. The two guys are Darrell Jackson and Caleb Proctor. Oh, okay. So Tim Keenan's still around, and Zavarian Harris is still there then. Two true one techs. I don't really know. I'm not sure what the deal is here. I think it's a Vandermark swing tackle replacement. Yeah, potentially. Vandermark, unrestricted free agent, got $4.5 million, which probably will end up as a compensatory pick for next year. Where did Vandermark go? I forget off the top of my head. Was it Baltimore? I can't remember actually. But I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like I'm not sure what the plan, the overarching plan was or is. To me, you obviously see his presser during the draft yesterday, by the way, that said that he went depth, and TJ Parker might not be depth. TJ Parker might get some run for sure, rotationally, but I don't know what the idea of. Oh, that's right. Vandermark went to Minnesota. Thank you, Mike. Yes. I'm not understanding the concept, and I'm not saying that there isn't one. I'm not saying that there's not a plan, and I'm not saying that it's a horrible plan. I'm just saying that I'm trying to get it and understand it, and at this moment I can't. I wish I knew what it was. I wish I was a fly in that wall, in that room, that war room, but I'm dumbfounded. Not mad, not pissed. I'm just really surprised, dumbfounded by the situation, as Dan Mitchell actually shot me a text and said the same. I'm using his words. I don't know. I don't know, but somebody keep me some updates here like Mike has been. What is their plan? I thought for sure 101 or maybe 102 even would have been a Skylar Bell. Is Skylar Bell still available? I don't know. Is he still on the board, Skylar Bell? Brennan Thompson is obviously not. He went before Skylar Bell, unless Bell went. So after Lowry was drafted, I ran inside, grabbed some food from Panera Bread. Now we're on our way home. They're the boys. Say what's up, fellas.
Hi.
Cold Front Junior, Junior. And they're locked and loaded with new fresh baseball gear for the year. And their stomachs are about to be full. And Junior, you still mad about Caden McDonald?
Yeah.
What?
I'm very should have.
Yeah, Junior still wishing we went McDonald. We didn't. So Parker, Igbinosun, and now Lowry, there are guys. We're going to support them without question, and I hope there's a plan. But I guess to my original point, does Brandon Beane maybe, and I think that he must feel that at this very moment in time, that our roster is set up for a Super Bowl. In my opinion, he must feel that way. I mean, I understand maybe the depthy rotational guys, but I just don't know that either one of those first two picks and now the third pick are any one of those guys an immediate impact. No Bones thinks that TJ Parker is an 8 to 10 sack guy year one, I believe. So that would be great. All right. Obviously, I would not be complaining about that. But a depth corner, is he banking on injuries maybe? Maybe he's banking on more injuries this year to our corners. And I know that we've been blasted in the past few years, whether it's Kaiir Elam or then, him popping in and getting just eviscerated by the Kansas City Chiefs. And then remember now, it wasn't all Jackson. It was Savage as well. Savage got torched against the Denver Broncos immediately also last year. So I don't know if depth is the answer. It wasn't to me, but clearly I don't get paid by the Buffalo Bills to give my input. So hopefully I'm tremendously wrong, and I'll still stay optimistic and positive. Horror movie fan. What's up, man? How are you? He said, what's up, Cold Front Juniors? That's Ethan Davis.
Oh.
He changed his name. I didn't know I could do this, but now we're going to put some things up. I didn't know I could do this remotely. Square Table Sports says, I thought it would be Elam's or Kyle Lewis. Okay. Linebacker or Skylar Bell. Yep. Deion Dirk, Bryce Lance even. They're all still there? Okay. So we have what, 125 and 126, I believe. Both, right? Back to back? 125, 126. What pick is it at right now? Somebody let me know what pick we're at the moment. It's got to be 110, 112 at this point, right? At least, I would think. I expect us to move back up around 115 or so, honestly. Okay. Got to be close to 115 at this point, I would think. Close. So I see wide receiver has to be, right? Doesn't wide receiver have to be the play now? I mean, we said this last night also, but I just feel like wide receiver at this moment in time definitely has to be the play, especially with the Skylar Bells and Bryce Lances of the world. I was hoping for Thompson also, to be honest with you. I really was. But we'll never know until we know. Never know until we know. No, I'm just trying very, very depthy. And I really now I'm thinking that this offensive tackle pick has to do with Deion Dawkins. It just has to be. Jason Holton, I'm trying to get there it is. Yes, he's more of a 3-tech for sure. He's not a 1T, but that was a name on my mind for some time as well later on, in the draft, but now he's gone. Okay. What do we do? I don't know. I don't know. I really, really have no idea. What I think we're going to do, folks, is I'll stay. Well, I'll hang for a few more minutes and see if we do trade up. We're going to be home in like 15 minutes. So, I don't know. We'll jump on, of course. And at this point, you have to go after honestly, in my mind, it almost makes more sense to take more of a potential high ceiling Bryce Lance than even a Skylar Bell at this moment in time. But they might have back-to-back picks, so I don't know. Mike says linebacker and wide receiver are the next two picks, I believe. Then go to the fat boy later, whoever's left. Yeah, I mean, I still think Tim Keenan should be a play here at some point. At some point. I just think Harris is too big, honestly. Too tall. Because isn't he 6'7" also? I think he is. I think he's like Deion Walker's height, if I'm being honest. Where are we at? So 109, we're probably on 110 now. This is crazy. It's crazy Buffalo Bills, baby. Crazy, crazy Buffalo Bills. I wonder what the dynamic is in that war room. Is everybody on the same page? Is everybody gathering together and the picks were what everyone decided on? Did one person have more weight than the others? I do think that the first two picks were definitely Jim Leonhard heavy. Igbinosun is a scrappy, high energy, get in your face type guy. There was a brief kind of combination of all of his one-on-ones at the the Senior Bowl. Receivers, and it was he got burned a few times, but then he made a few good plays. So I think he's an aggressive mentality type guy, which probably fits Jim Leonhard. So I'm wondering if Jim Leonhard really had his input with those first two picks at least. Mike says they look confident and calm. Wasn't a big celebration or anything, but they look content. Okay. That's kind of, I don't know. I'd like, I don't know. Is that good or bad? Should they be excited? They should be very excited for their picks. But Brandon Beane is not necessarily the energetic type, to say the least. So we wouldn't necessarily see a over-the-top reaction, I guess. But we'll see. All right, what I think we're going to do is we're going to end this here, and we're going to get with you guys shortly right after we get home. We're going to get home, sit down, lock and load, and get back to business. We'll see you all in a few minutes.